Hello. Today I will be talking about a certain child who has things that hinder him in his classroom performance and provide ways we can help him on his educational journey. We will be looking at the lenses of many college professors and websites that are geared towards talking about the disability. Let's get into it. My child's name is Ikaika. Ikaika is currently attending school and is in the 3rd grade. As many children today, Ikaika has a problem with asthma. Sometimes the asthma can restrict him from doing certain activities. Ikaika also has a peanut allergy. Let's get more into depth with these areas of his education. First, let's see what asthma is. Asthma is a chronic disease of the airways that makes it hard for people to breathe properly. As a result of the disease, many times there will be an inflammation in the air tubes, making it hard to receive oxygen. The results for this can be constant coughing, gagging, and wheezing. As mentioned, asthma can get people very sick. Wheezing and coughing resulting from asthma can irritate the throat many times and also give it opportunities to be scratched and inflamed. Asthma has sent people to the hospital many times because asthma restricts a good amount of oxygen to get to the system, which people might pass out. Asthma is very brutal in today's day and age. Sadly, more women are diagnosed with asthma, creating a 65 to 35 ratio towards men. But in schools, the stats show for every 10 children, 1 student is guaranteed to be diagnosed. But in student terms, the stats for boys seems to be higher for asthma than in girls. Academic achievement will be affected to kids who suffer from asthma. As the stats show, 1 out of 5 children will go to the emergency room because of asthma attacks. There are 10.5 million absences a year due to the asthma from chronic coughing because it could take sleep away from kids or cause them to be very ill. In the US, we have a special education law called the IDEA. IDEA is an acronym for Individuals with Disability Education Act. The idea of IDEA is that if you qualify for one of the more conditions under the law, you will be granted assistance with your child's education. IDEA can result from a mental condition all the way up to a physical disability. Under IDEA, there is no section labeled respiratory health. However, under the IDEA, there is a section labeled other health impairments. In order for your child to fall under this category, the child must have proof of his or her condition, and they must have a conference with the parents to set up for the child to fall under the IDEA. If you know your child might have a random episode during school, it is best to notify them. Many students use an inhaler by the name of albuterol. Depending on the school, certain procedures may happen. Once the school is notified, the teacher will be able to hold a spare in class and have an extra inhaler in the office as needed. Besides asthma, Ikaika is also diagnosed with an allergic reaction towards peanuts. Peanut allergy is one of the greatest food allergies. Peanut allergies for many individuals can cause severe allergic reactions such as inflammation in the airways when consumed, or even cause breakouts that can appear all over the skin. Peanut allergies are not only irritating, but they are also lifelong and hard to get rid of. Those who are lucky can outgrow their allergies. It is said that only 20% of students will outgrow their allergies during their childhood years. Those with peanut allergies put their younger siblings at a higher advantage to having the allergy as well. There are ways we can prevent kids from having allergy attacks at school. We can keep the classroom food free for one. Another way we can prevent it is to be sure to check our rosters and mark down the allergies. Many people feel to celebrate their birthdays they need food. But there are better alternatives such as making crafts or extending recess. Like the IDEA law, we also have another law called the 504 plan. The 504 plan is the breaking barrier for kids with disabilities to participate in both elementary and secondary education. Through the 504 plan, a disability is considered a physical or mental impairment. The 504 plan goal is to keep everyone on the same page and not be excluded. If you decide to throw a party and do include foods, there are many alternatives that have the same chemicals as peanuts. Be aware, it isn't the peanuts the kids are necessarily allergic to, but it is rather the chemicals inside it. Other foods such as chili, egg rolls, marzipan contain the same chemicals. Make sure you check before you serve. If a student consumes a peanut or a peanut-related item, we need to take fast precautions. Parents need to let the school know about the child's allergic reaction. When notified about the allergy, many doctors recommend parents an EpiPen. After receiving an EpiPen, let the office have one so it is in reach during the reaction of the child's allergy. An EpiPen is an injection that contains epinephrine. Epinephrine is a chemical that helps narrow blood vessels and open airways in the lungs. The chemical has the ability to reverse the effects of low blood pressure, help relieve wheezing, help with itchy skin, and other things that happen during an allergic reaction. Recapping the 504, many people question if the peanut allergy would fall under the IDEA or the 504 plan. Many would believe if the peanut allergy affected him inside the classroom that it would be considered a disability within the classroom. Others look at it from IDEA and say it affects his educational performance. Is the peanut allergy really a disability? As for asthma, I too was one who has experienced the whole process and noticed that I fell under the same statistics as the other children. Growing up with asthma, I felt like it hindered me from learning because I had many appointments that made me skip class. I was off track many times because of it, and the wheezing would disable me from hearing many things the teacher had to say during the lessons. In conclusion, Ikaiko will benefit from being put under these special education laws. Having both disabilities, I came up with the conclusion that he would be only placed under the IDEA. Hopefully, we can keep Ikaiko on a successful educational journey and patch holes in his education. After all, as we look at it, our children hold the future. Thank you.